What's up? How are you?
Good.
You're good? Hey, Biggie Shack, what's up? Good morning, sir. Oh man, I'm out of it. I am hurting. This is like one of those mornings that reminds me that I'm in my 40s, that I am not a young man anymore. Probably because fell asleep on the couch. Everything hurts right now. Back, check, uh, buttocks, check. I don't know why my thighs are hurting. Yeah, but I'm good to go. I'm good to go. You know, I refuse to let myself. Uh, I refuse to let myself be defeated by body aches and old age. He looks like the goblin from Trolls. Me or this one? Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Um, dude, I'm telling you, it sucks. It's like absolutely sucks. I don't know what is going on because I don't feel like I felt like this even on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wake it up? No, it was perfectly fine. But wake up today, golly. But it was the kind of week that was absolutely terrible. Just every day was busy at work. I never got any sleep, so I'm sure mine is a lack of sleep. Good morning, Chainsaw Charlie. Get a new gimmick. Talking about you. Lady Prime is highlighting Ollie James. So, um, Manny, my daughter kept me up all night, head temperature, but medicine and ice pack seem to do the trick. She's resting. I can't. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. I know. Them times when them kids are sick, it's brutal. I think the only sleep you'll get is at some point you're going to like full on pass out from exhaustion. And David says, Ollie, so what you got going on this week? What's up? You got nothing?
Just killing people.
Just killing people, man, alive.
That's what I do.
That's what you do. All righty, all right.
Plus, I lay on my labyrinth.
They go into your labyrinth. Oh, okay. You're full on the Minotaur from myth, then, right? Yes, okay. I don't remember the Minotaur from your mythological stories having a chainsaw, but facts is facts, and this Minotaur does in fact have a chainsaw. So, well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good people. From Saturday morning cartoons to Saturday morning streams, here we go, rock and roll. We got the stretch before we got breakfast with Brian. Then after breakfast with Brian, we relax and we remember everything from last week today with Philtastic Comics and Arts. Heads up, he's doing his, I think it's a 200 subscriber giveaway thing, and I failed to get my VR in time for that. But definitely want to go and hang out with Phil and celebrate that. Uh, yeah, I know, right? I just got us all as accessories. Then after Phil, we'll hang out with Gary B a little bit. I believe uh, this is their last episode of the series of doing the Savage reviews or whatever it was. I believe, or maybe I read that wrong. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. But I'll find somebody to hang out with after Phil's thing. Good morning, everybody. It is free comic book day, which I've never understood the appeal of it. I know some of those books wind up gaining a little steam, gaining a little value. I have never personally attended a free comic book day. I don't know. If you guys have in the chat, let me know. Am I missing out? All I've ever seen is pictures or video of said stores that I would visit, overcrowded. I would. It's blurry on one side. Oh, it is blurry on one side. Hold on one second. Let me see if this is. All right, let's see. Let's see. Did that fix it up? It's not. Oh, this side doesn't appear as blurry anymore. There we go. Hopefully, I fixed it. Yeah, but I've never understood the appeal of Free Comic Book Day other than getting some free books. I've never attended it myself. Like I said, I've seen pictures or video of whatever store I used to hit up. It would be overcrowded. I'd see a lot of people I never saw. So maybe that's the appeal of it. You get people into the store that have never been. I can't see how it is a winning formula for comic book stores, but I've never ran my own comic book store, so what do I know? Uh, thank you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of books that you're fighting for a crowd for a bunch of books you may already own. What you got? What you got going on? Okay, hold on. Let me talk to them. And Tim is here. What's up, comic collector? Fantastic. If you guys are hitting up Free Comic Book Day, hey man, more power to you. It's just, I don't know. I've never seen anything that full on won me over. Okay, what you got that you want to show this morning? Oh, he's got more pipe cleaner creatures. Are you taking your mask off?
If you are wondering what is inside the mask,
Okay. Yeah, you got to talk louder, all right? What you got?
charger.
A charger. Okay. So Ollie's been making pipe cleaner creatures from Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So he made the charger, which is the one, I guess the guy has the big old arm, right? What else you got?
Boomer.
Boomer. This is the one that blows up. You didn't want to make him a little bit bigger than that? What else you got? Put him over there.
Joker.
Joker from Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about that character.
He jumps on people's back.
Oh, he jumps on their back? Okay. All right.
This is a regular zombie.
Regular zombie? Okay. Does he have no head?
His head.
His head exploded. Okay.
This is the hunter.
The hunter. Okay.
He climbs on walls and jumps on people.
All righty. Who lets you play these violent games? Oh, you see him on YouTube. What is this?
And very not last by least, we got the tank.
The tank. Okay, so this guy's been with us for a while. You constantly just evolve him and add more pieces to him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember this was one of your giant kaijus at one point. All right. Ollie with this show and tell. And then you're always taking those to school to show them off, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, let's see. Tam says, I don't do Free Comic Book Day. Manny, I tried Free Comic Book Day. I noticed people brought kids, who is the mostly intended audience, but it was to get extra copies of the FOMO book. Yeah, absolutely. Just seems like some kind of, I don't know. I don't see how it ultimately helps the store, other than you get new faces in the store one day of the year, and maybe they come back. I don't know. I don't know. It just the store I went to yesterday, Most Wanted Comics in Corpus Christi, Texas. They were talking about how last year I guess they hadn't ordered enough throughout the year from whoever they ordered from, so they didn't send them Free Comic Book Day books. And so what he did was he just got a bunch of his back issues, put them on the table, and that's kind of how they did theirs. Their store is extremely small, so I'm sure they utilized the parking lot for the business, the little business center. Yeah, there you go. And then Ollie picked up this Minecraft toy, this huge Minecraft toy, given that most of them are about this big compared to this guy. What's he do?
He does this with his hammer, and then he does this with his club.
He shoots them. Yeah. So he was trying to show off the spring-loaded action axe now. So yeah, he picked this up yesterday. Ollie picked up a few comics. I did a video today, but I've already released it this morning, and Manny was already in the comments. Our Manny already watched that. After we went to the comic book store yesterday, I just filmed something real quick in the truck. I was going to release it then and there. The camera was too shaky, and so I came home and I was like, well, I'll film a new video. And I really liked the audio because Ollie had little parts that he chirped in. He did a monster horror at one point, and then he did a mentioned why he really liked this one Silver Surfer cover. And so I kept the audio, and I just took pictures and worked around the audio. Even though the audio isn't great, I sound far deeper voice than I normally do. And so I released that this morning, and you guys get to see some cool stuff that Ollie picked out. Manny, I tried to go to Free Comic Book Day. Noticed people brought kids, who was mostly the intended audience, but it was to get extra copies of the FOMO book. Highlighted this comment already, but yeah, want to come back to that. And so it seems that the collectors, the ones who are actively collecting, are the ones that take more advantage of it than the shop getting new people in there. And yeah, maybe you bring your kids. Maybe it's to highlight the fact that you can bring your kids. Here's a place to go. Here's a cool place. I don't know. I guess it depends on the store. If the store can make it a big deal, a big event, maybe they make out of it. I don't know. I've never seen the video of it. The point of it, the positivity of it, I don't know. But I've never been on that side of it. Always been as the consumer side. I've never been the business side of it. Biggie is right. It's fun to take kids to, but the crowds suck, and lots of people who don't know any better asking if random back issues are free. Yeah. See, and so offer people free stuff and they show up, but and then some will be unappreciative of the free stuff they have. Fantastic Comics and Art mentioned your show today. I believe it's your 200 subscriber giveaway show, plus your regular, last week today. Or if I said that title wrong. Ollie got some more of his Minecraft toys, but these are old ones. These are ones he's had before.
This is what the regular ones look
Well,
like.
go bring that one back over there. Bring that one over there. We'll do a size comparison. It's all right. So Ollie's wants to show the discrepancy from the size of the toy. Oh, you're putting the pig in there?
The Hoglin.
The Hoglin. So yeah, so he got himself a giant Minecraft character. It's from the Minecraft Legends game, I guess. So never having played that. We will
more pigs.
More pigs, got you. All right, let's see. Fantastic Comics and Art. I stopped going to Free Comic Book Day a while back. Publishers really screwing it to the stores, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of what I feel like. The way the industry is set up, I feel like it's really, really hard for the stores to win. And I don't know. Your big stores will thrive, but you're just your mom and pop LCS, your your smaller stores out in the middle of nowhere. Like I don't see how they can thrive in this industry, and I guess that's why there's not stores really out in the middle of anywhere. It's more of a city thing. It's more of a I don't know. I hate to be a Debbie Downer on the comic book industry, but it just seems like the comic book industry tries to actively do everything in their power to not only minimize their audience, but eliminate the ones that kind of help get their product out there. I don't know, man. I would love for another 90s boom, which it should be right now. The way movies and everything is, the way pop culture, geek culture has exploded, and the source material is just, I don't know. There's no growth. There's absolutely no growth, and so we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't want to be a downer on the industry. I'm still a huge fan. Of course, I'm more of a back issue kind of guy. But I did get, well, I guess last week, after last week's stream, I did get my first new books in quite a while. So looking forward to finally reading those. We've got the 2 Superman titles, got A World's Finest, and then I got a bunch of facsimiles. 2 or 3 facsimiles, because I got the first appearance of Bane facsimile, X-Men #1, and the Return of Adam Warlock. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, thought about seeing it yesterday. We were out of town. We were at a bigger city where we had a better theater. The one here in town is absolute garbage. If you want to go to a theater where if you want to go to a theater where people don't respect the theater experience, that's the theater you go to. If you know you're going to go and there's not going to be a lot of people there, it's cheap experience. You're not going to get the best picture quality. You're not going to get the best audio quality, but it is available to you. I normally try to go to the city. I try to get myself in the best theater that I possibly can, and so we will check that out. Hey, Phil, Catman released a cool Flash video a few minutes ago. Oh, okay, sweet. So that for his daily comic and collectibles sounds awesome. Look for that. Going to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 today. Sweet, sweet. Hope it is a fun experience. Now, when I was in the shop waiting for Disney Plus, gotcha. Yeah, man, Phil, I get it. I get it. Especially, you guys have the little one right now, and maybe you weren't a one who hit the theater before, but I know that when Lady Prime and myself, when Ollie was in those years where it's not wise to take him to the theater. Not wise, like wasn't going to get beat up or nothing, but just the idea of him being a hindrance to the viewing experience. Yeah, we waited for that. I think the first movie we took him to was Incredibles 2, and I can just remember his awkwardness with he had never been to a theater before. He'd never sat down in a seat to see something on the big screen. I can remember that experience because I was a big time movie guy. Used to love to go to the theater. Used to hit up the midnight premieres constantly when I was there in San Antonio, and I just saw bottom tier in the chat. But used to go to all the midnight premieres. If there was a Thursday premiere a little earlier, you got exclusive. Not where the theater shows a movie early so that you go and tell everybody about it. We would be fortunate enough to hit those up. And of course, that died down significantly after Ollie James, after moving out of the city, after actually getting married with Lady Prime. That wasn't our thing. Our thing was hitting up the malls. We would constantly do that for our weekend experience. So I don't view the movies in theaters the way I used to, but I will try to catch one here and there. Mainly now it's something that Ollie wants to see, but I would like to try to catch Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in theaters. I think the last movie we saw in theaters was probably the Spider-Man movie. What was it? No Way Home, I guess. Is that it? What was Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, I guess it was the one we saw. So yeah. All right, let me jump back to the chat. Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. I am going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in theaters. I want the collective experience for this one. Nice, okay. I've got to say, I did not see the first Guardians in theater. I saw Guardians 2. Was that way back in 2017? Was that the last time a Guardians movie was in theaters? I'm trying to think because I can remember I had to go to training out of town and talking about having just seen it. And that would have been right before Hurricane Harvey hit this area. Man, what do you mean versus free comic book day? You don't like free books? I don't like large crowds. I'll say that. I don't like large crowds in tight spaces. I have been to events where there was 100,000 people there, or at least reportedly there was 100,000 people. I have been to events where there's 80, 70,000 people. It's fine. It's fine. But in a setting like a comic book store, I don't know. And it has no appeal to me. It's not my thing. But and I don't want to diss it. It's y'all's thing, if that's what you like. I watched Guardians yesterday. All right, so what? Okay, it's worth a watch. Fantastic. I definitely want to check it out, man. But most of my Marvel viewing experiences has been I Redbox it or I wait for Disney Plus, and so I'm just not as I don't know. I felt like what is it? Endgame. I felt like that was a good bookend to the whole thing. It's like if I watch them now, it's separately. It's not as part of this bigger collective universe. So I don't know, and maybe I'll wait till Disney Plus. We'll see. Bottom tier collector. I know theaters are higher than ever, but I feel obligated to save the theater experience. I don't want the ability to go to the theater to die, and I feel you on that. Man, I wish we still had drive-in theaters. I can remember the Bronco Theater here in town. I wish we still had that. So yeah, I guess it's a real possibility about the. I don't think it will ever full on die, but I do think. I guess the availability of theaters will go down at some point. You're not going to have as many per town if things continue to go the way they do. So we'll see what's up. So it was 2017. That's crazy, man. Alive. Yes, remember because it was a couple weeks before we were married. Oh, okay, so I wasn't wrong, man. That's crazy. Oh man. So we did the last week. Was it last week? A couple weeks ago, I did the top 5 keys in your collection. Number one for mine was Invincible #1 because it's a book I picked up off the shelves. It's a book that it wasn't like it was a spec game. No one told me you should get this. It wasn't bought after the fact. One of them was. One of them I bought months later, just because I wanted two in the collection because I loved the character. But the Invincible #1 was number one on my top 5 keys because it's, like I said, it's a book I picked up off the shelf and I can remember the experience. I can remember being in the store, and I immediately got depressed because I started thinking back to 20 years ago was when Invincible initially came out, and I can remember the apartment I lived in. Um, just I can remember letting my brother. He had visited. He came up and stayed with us at the apartment. And I remember letting him borrow or let him read through like the first 13 issues of Invincible. It was maybe 19 years at this point, 19 years ago. But man, just time flying by. So cut to Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 6 years ago that movie came out. Like, oh man, time stops for no man, and it seems to speed up, as we approach our older and older years. Trev, the shipping guru in the chat. Good morning, Trev. I imagine that you were at Cat Fans Daily Comic and Collectible. I believe Manny said he highlighted the Flash today, so fantastic. I gotta say the 14 kid redneck casual fan. I gotta say the 14 kid redneck casual fan family is always at Free Comic Book Day, and they just want the free books, and you get walked all over. See what I'm saying? Like I don't see how that's like a winning formula, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Free Comic Book Day is like the Black Friday of the comic book store or the comic book industry. I don't know. I used to go to the movies often, almost weekly, but it got too expensive. Yes, there's that as well. And feel like the business we're in, and not that we're running a business, but being a collector, like you only have so much money that you can spread out. And it's why I get onto myself all the time. Like I need to stop buying Transformers because I feel like the comics that has got to be my hobby. Yes, I can buy a toy here or there, but I don't need every single character that comes out. It's the dollar ain't worth as much as it used to be. Your price of toys keeps getting higher and higher and higher. The price of going to the theaters keeps going higher and higher and higher, and it's like, what do I want to concentrate on? So yeah, man, it is getting more and more expensive. It's definitely a movie you will watch over and over. Fantastic.
They are good movies.
What's that? The Guardians? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's Lady Prime's favorite Marvel series, probably because of the soundtrack. And yeah, she picked up those soundtracks on vinyl. So, Phil, I think we're gonna steal your gimmick today and have Lady Prime off camera, but constantly chime in. Or are you coming on camera or what? Okay. Hey, Trev, loved your room tour. Did he do an updated room tour? Or is this the video he did a few weeks back? But yes, Trev's room is. I felt like I was watching an episode of MTV Cribs. He was doing like baller status stuff. So.
Did he say this is where the magic happens?
Did he say this is where the magic happens? No, I don't know. I gotta rewatch that. Yeah, Trev, I love theaters, man, and I love the experience. It's just now I'm not paying for just my ticket. I'm paying for Lady Prime's tickets. I'm paying for Ollie's ticket. I'm not just buying my popcorn. I'm buying Lady Prime's popcorn. I'm buying Ollie's popcorn, and so it just adds up. Did we go to the theaters last year to see anything?
When did we see the Crew or the Crap, whatever the movie?
That was like 2 years ago. I think the last one we saw was the Spider-Man. I'm telling you, we have not. We don't go the way we used to. We do not. I wanted to go to see the Mario Brothers movie. Now I want to go see Guardians. So I need to go try to hit it up. Isn't 14 kid redneck casual fan family one of the Free Comic Book Day titles? If it's not, the community needs to get together and make that title. There was a weird part of the movie where the audio sounded like guns in the room. Wow. Yeah, that would be creepy. Man alive. I guess that's another thing why the theater experience is kind of get a decline. You've got a whole bunch of people in one space, and it does get kind of freaky. I don't feel like supporting a national chain that has swallowed up mom and pop theaters is saving anything, to be honest. Oh, that's a good point too. That's a good point. The Kindle not only killed physical books, it's now outdated technology. So yeah, the theater won't die out. There's still one last Blockbuster around, and FM radio still exists. Isn't that Blockbuster like in Alaska or something like that?
Do you remember that old man that would come into when we worked at Bill Miller's Leroy, and he worked at the
Oh yeah.
Fiesta?
So Leroy worked at. There's a theater that I lived right by, called Fiesta Theaters. I believe. Oh man, now I can't think of the chain it belongs to. It's not Regal, or maybe it was Regal. Anyways, that theater would. Well, Santiago's theater. They built one down the road. It's like the theater you go to in that town, called the Palladium. I hated that theater. The only 2 times I've had like the screen absolutely mess up on me, or the wrong movie was shown, was in that theater. But everybody would talk about the Palladium, the Palladium, the Palladium. Not my favorite theater. But when that was built, cut to a few years later, the theater that I used to go to, Fiesta, became the Dollar Theater. So it was a little cool. We could see movies after the fact later on. So
And then he would get us in free, but it was
no, and then because we knew the guy, he would let us in free. And I'm
we're like, we could
man, so we have VIP status at the Dollar Theater. Oh, was Brian here?
yeah.
Oh man, I missed him. Oh, there he was saying hi. Okay, I'm sorry, Brian. Good morning, sir.
I miss Leroy. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. So Lady Prime's thinking about all the customers that we would have, the regulars where we work. So, oh man, alive! Simple Simon is here. Fantastic. Good morning, sir. I hope you're doing all right. I know. Well, good morning for us. What is it? Nighttime for you? Are you staying up late to see this? I say good morning, but I feel like absolute trash. Everything hurts. Invincible had the entire 40. Man, alive! See. Okay, so. Maybe I should name this "Collecting Regrets," and I'm going to actually talk about it today in today's or the video I released this week's episode of I've Got the Runs. But I'm going to highlight my Invincible run, or at least one of my Invincible runs. So initially, I bought Invincible weekly. Every week, I had the newest Invincible. That maybe started around issue 10 or 12 because I wasn't going as regular to the comic store, but I was able to accumulate 1 through 13, and then new issue came out. Cut to, they released those hardbacks, the awesome, collected books, and I thought those displayed beautifully. And my grand vision for my living room one day was I was going to have a bookshelf, all hardbacks. Last week I highlighted what is his name, Rome's Guide or Rome's Guide as my my channel. I'm going to come back and highlight him again this week because I felt like I gave him like the last 5 minutes to do it, and I didn't really get to highlight his channel. But if you watch his videos, I mean, he has omnibus after omnibus after omnibus after Marvel hardback after Marvel hardback. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Like, his collection's fantastic. And so I envisioned that in my head. And so I gave away issues 14 through 53 or 54 or 64, wherever I was at on my Invincible run. I gave those away to my friend who eventually sold his whole collection off. Cut to years later, and I'm finding out, oh, this book's worth this much. This book's worth this much. I didn't even collect every hardback of Invincible like I wanted to. Collector's regret. I did the same thing with The Walking Dead. I just gave away those books. I kept Walking Dead issue 5. I never got issues 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. I think I had 7, 8 through wherever I was at the run.
Because you asked me, you said, should I keep the singles? Should I sell the singles? Or give them away?
No, should I give away the singles and get the hardbacks? And you said the same thing. Get the hardbacks, right? Because it would it would look neater on the shelf. And so collector regrets. My Invincible run and my Walking Dead run. Thinking I was going to have them in hardback, just gave them away. So man alive. Oh. My shop gets 10 p.m. a day in foot traffic. They'll have 50 today. Your shop gets 10 people max a day in foot traffic, but today they'll have 50. Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't see the correction. I'd like to get you on my channel since you're a Transformer and wrestling guy. Oh man, okay, yeah. At some point we'll do something like that. Hopefully I don't let you down with my Transformer/wrestling knowledge. I think Monday's stream, we're going to go back to focusing on wrestling because I liked this past Monday's live stream where we're just talking about greatest tag teams. So, and I think, David, I think you're off on Mondays now. So, man, we'll put together something. Instead of snacks at the theater, sneak in burritos. It makes it a lot cheaper. It makes the theater smell better. Burrito. Okay, so I did sneak drinks in one time. Oh, you found your list. Fantastic. I snuck drinks in one time to the theater. It was 28 days later. It was when it's absolutely silent in that movie, you know, where they build up the tension, but it's real silent. And here I go opening my drink. And it was, you know, when you open your bottle and it's like, tss. Well, for whatever reason, I'm like trying to sneak in. I know that sound's coming. And because I was trying to hide it, it was the absolute loudest and longest. And my group could not stop laughing. So yeah, I'm surprised that people outside that theater didn't rush in to see what that loud noise was. Bottom tier collector, man, I stay tempted and dream about getting into dioramas and buying figures, but I'm so close to reaching decade-long goals. I'm holding myself back from doing anything. Dude, more than Leather King. Yeah, I try to tell everybody that I talk to that's getting into the hobby or that has a passion for, you know, comic books, pop culture in general, stick to one thing. Stick to comics if that's all you want, or stick to toys, because your dollar, once again, going back to this idea, you can only spread that budget so far, and you want everything. You will want everything. And yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is the best in the MCU. Oh yeah, man, that's how far back we are in the chat. Oh man, I've got to catch up. Funko's toys trades. I've done my best to avoid black hole spinning. I live in New York. It's hard to engage in black hole spinning. It's hard. I tell you what, Manny, I think about that when I think about this little friendship you and I have built. Just how like different the worlds we live in. You know, you're in New York. Here I am in dirt. Little old South Texas, Beeville, Texas, and yeah, I think I spent $60 yesterday. Ridiculous at the theater. Man alive, oh man, I took a little man to see Mario. Man, I want to go. I got to go see Mario. I've got to. Just I feel like that's a kind of like family movie. That Mario movie was great. Bottom tier collected peaches, 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 peaches. That's my poor impersonation. We went to go see Mario in IMAX. There you go. Literally just a curved screen, not the same as the IMAX theater at our local space and Rocket Museum. Oh yeah. I don't buy into the IMAX experience at just the regular theater. I know what you're saying. I get it. Weirdest experience I had at the theater back in college. I used to go to the AMC, which AMC, my favorite company, on Route 1 in East Brunswick. If you've seen Mallrats, is where the dirt mall used to be. Leaving with a buddy, we saw a gated off area the size of a parking space in the lot in an elevated area. I climbed over the gate to look and saw a gravestone. Did a little research. It's a historical landmark. Wow. So wait. So this theater has this historical landmark built around it. Like, oh man, it's crazy. We will build around history like nothing. David Jack Black should win a Grammy and Oscar for Best Movie Song. If he doesn't, the audience should throw pages at the person who does. The song Brandy, it's her. Wait, what? So wait, Phil. So the guy who wrote the song is buried there and it's built around him. Is that what's going on? That's a wild story at a publicly known location. Man, now I got to go back and research this. Collector's regret. I have many. Sold that run. Hulk #1 for $400 in 1998. Oh man, yeah, I can. That's the stuff you wake up from nightmares from. Omnibus is so expensive. I force myself to finish reading the latest omnibus I own before I buy another. Gives me time to recuperate from the hit. That sounds like a sound way to go, bottom tier. My regret, I had the Nintendo Valiant comics back in the day, as well as a good amount of Nintendo Power magazine. They've been long lost. Man. But and then you try to think like, because I got rid of that stuff for space, you know, and like that was around the time that me and Lady Prime had just gotten married, living in an apartment. It's not only my stuff in here now, it's her stuff. And it was a space thing. Cut to now, like I have plenty of space. Like it would not have hurt to keep them in the collection. But then I don't know. What does your collection look like now if you don't get rid of that stuff? I don't know. But yes, the regret is still there, and that regret will not disappear. Morning peeps, Neil collects. I think Ollie was trying to see if you guys could play Back for Blood today. So Neil, hit me up on Instagram. We'll try to put something together. Yes, I said what I said, Ollie. The only seller's regret I have were picking up First Shuri for 50 cents and First Cindy Moon for cover price and giving them away to an LCS store or an LCS for store credit years before Cindy Moon, Spec, or Black Panther. See? You won't forget that, man. You won't forget that. My two collector's regrets are selling Saga #1 for a booster box of the Transformers, the trading card game. Oh, man. I agree, Trev. Texas is greater than anywhere else. I'm just not real happy right now with where I live in Texas. I got to get up there near you where the temperatures are a little cooler. I try to overcompensate to make sure I have no regrets. Flipping minor keys to get big books. See, and I think that's a sound strategy to where, like, if you have the regret, well, then you think to yourself, well, hey, I wouldn't have this in my collection. And shout out to Biggie Shack for, what was it, Fantastic Four 54 that you recently added to your collection. I know that was something that was on your hunt for quite a while. I can't remember which one it was, but I know you got that big Fantastic Four book you were looking for. Number one regret was giving an autographed Ben Affleck Daredevil card to a shop owner to put on display at a con. Never heard from him again. Never got it back. That's brutal. DTA, David, you watch wrestling. You know Stone Cold told you in 98/99, DTA, don't trust anyone. But yeah, that's terrible. That sucks. My condolences to your card, man. All right. Let me see if I can catch up on the chat. Yes, absolutely, and that's what you got to do, man. And that's what I try to instill in Ollie. You got to live and learn. If you're gonna make the mistake, don't make it more than once. Okay, Phil. No, it's Brandy from the song "Look Up." Weird, New Jersey. Brandy, you are a fine girl, such a fine wife, a good wife. You. Oh. Wow. Wow, that's
they have that song in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So like even weirder coincidence there. And Phil just climbed over a wall to desecrate her grave, like, man alive. I'm just kidding, Phil. That's crazy though. Man. I wanna look up read up on that a little bit more. The song was based off the person in the grave. There you go. So yeah, and that's what Phil's saying. That's, man alive. That's an awesome story, Phil. I have a bunch of Nintendo Power, but I definitely never had the #1 issue worth $1 million people's bank accounts. I would have been a baby when that issue dropped. I forget that bottom tier is like 10 years younger than me. Fantastic 448. There you go. That dude, and I had seen you talk about it in previous videos and previous live streams and whatever. So like when you got it, dude, is like. And it didn't affect me personally. It's like when a team wins the Super Bowl, your team wins it, but it's like, man, dude, just like, yeah, I felt like it. I feel like I won when you got that. So that's fantastic. David is probably saying his goodbyes. He goes into the house. David is probably saying his goodbyes before he goes into the house. Oh man, what did I miss? Bottom tier collector. My name is an issue of Nintendo Power. The section where you send in your info. If you finish the game, the power. Oh, my name is in an issue of Nintendo Power. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. The section where you send in your info if you finish the game, the Power Mission issue. Oh man, please tell me you own that issue. You have it framed on your wall. That's awesome. Correction, I had a lot of Nintendo Power. Threw them all away when I got too cool for being a nerd. Yes, same here. Phil, I always wanted to submit something for Nintendo Power, but never felt worthy. I don't say goodbyes, Neil. Goodbyes mean we will never see each other again. I will be seeing the other contestants while they're burning. Yes, the theater's near the Riverton River, where she can wait for the sailor in the song. That's, wow. Bottom collector, it was a pain. You had to take a pic and mail it in. Then I forgot about it for months, and it popped up. Man, that's awesome, though. What a awesome. That's a fantastic story. It takes a certain amount of skill to read comments with sunglasses. So you can relate to that, right? Like when you're in full gimmick, dude, like you got so much going on. I'm like, I don't know how he does it. I mean, yeah, like I'm in gimmick right now. The wig, like it gets hot. It gets so hot. But I feel like Saturday is my gimmick day, and then like on Mondays I could just be here. So yes, like shocker. I know Neil collects is probably like passed out. He fell on the floor because like what happened? Oh, Ollie farted. Oh man. So yes, Neil, you were right. I was wearing a wig. A shock to everybody. But man alive, yeah. Dude, like my face is so red, like it gets hot. That makes me think of when I hear older collectors talk about being in the letter section of older books. Oh, dude, it's awesome. Like, what man? Like it's the little things we've lost in the comic book industry over time as the industry evolved into what it is today, and eventually it's going to evolve into what it's in tomorrow. But like the letter section was so awesome. Like I love reading, especially getting all those '90s Superman books I've been getting lately. The letter section, it's cool. Like that's almost an experience in itself reading those sections. So I am late. Biggest regret is I accidentally gave away. My mom took the wrong long box. My new Avengers Batman keys. And Batman Avengers collection. Oh man, I'm sorry, Manny. I'm sorry. And then you can't get mad, right? Because it was your mom. It's your mom that's in it.
No better.
I need a wig for live. My thing is I meant to like update it and get a different one because I was telling Neil that no, my hair grows back fast and I wanted like a different wig. That's why I kept the hoodie on so you couldn't see how long it was getting, but put it back on. I'm about at the 43-minute mark, and I don't want to wait till like the last 5 minutes. Just wear a Chiefs. Yeah, that Batman Adventures, like, oh, all the keys in there, man alive. But I don't want to do like last week where I waited till like the last 5 minutes while I had almost told everybody to leave and everybody was jetting. So let me see if I could share this screen again. I want to highlight the same channel I highlighted last week. Like I said, I don't feel like I gave him enough time. And there we go. Let's see. So we'll do that. We'll highlight it again. Let me make sure. Okay, yes, I am sharing it. Let's see. Can I do that? There we go. So I want to highlight this channel. This is I've heard other people call him Rome's Guide, or for me, it's got to be Rome's Guide. It's got to be. I could be wrong. It could be Rome's Guide. But this is a channel I highlighted last week. I did it in the last 5 minutes, so I kind of felt like I really didn't give him attention or proper attention and respect because I kind of had already told people we're about to jet. But he does different styles of videos. And let me see.
Hey guys, I just got out of the movie
kind of catch
Evil
some of
Dead
his
Rise, and oh my god, I had to talk about it. This movie starts out quick and fast. It hooks you right away. I've never seen the other ones. I have to watch them now. The gore is insane.
In his collection and his videos. Not saying he doesn't do that.
I'm surprised he didn't get it.
He does more of the collections, and dude, it's
props.
Like I said, it displays beautifully. So yeah, but if you guys could give him his channel a view, I think last week he was at 196 subscribers. Looks like he's 204. So maybe you guys did go and check him out. But I did want to highlight him again. Like I said, I did a poor job last week of shouting him out. But I believe this guy, like I said, or I found out, yes, he is in my area. We're within an hour of one another. And he does go to the shop I went to yesterday, the Most Wanted Comics. I highlight that shop in my video. So if you guys have time, and I messed up again, I forgot to put his link in the description. Let me see. I'm an idiot. Lady Prime shaking her head yes, that I am an idiot. Let me see. What am I looking for? No. There we go. I don't know how you guys that do this on the regular do it. I like move so slow. I don't even know if this will work. Oh, I just pasted. What in the world? All right. Well, you know what? Let's do it after the fact. I'm embarrassing myself on screen.
You're showing your age.
I'm showing my age. I can't do anything fast, and I forgot my my mouse. So, anyways, guys, if you guys give him a view, like I said, I put him in my community tab. I will try to go put him in the description later. Yeah, I agree. That brutal. I wear hats because I don't feel like combing my bed hair. I love your videos where you show off your bed hair. I feel for you, bottom tier, because I will see some videos and like knowing your work schedule. Man, like I'm oily too. Knowing your work schedule, like I'll see you in videos and I'm like, dude, he's exhausted. He looks like he's exhausted right now. But I can relate. Hey, bottom tier collector, Deadpool 3 started filming. Will we finally see? We will finally see Zarnia on screen. I want to do Phil's giveaway challenge, but most of the non-comic stuff I follow are very huge channels. Everyone into their content knows about, or on YouTube. Old guard people have been watching for 15 years. Yeah. Trev, the shipping guru. I shave my head so I get cold easily. It's great for summers. I've noticed that. Like every time I rebuzz my hair, like going to work, I have to wear a jacket. It don't last long because I start moving around, then I'm hot. But yes, during the summer times, it helps for sure. Close, David. Wolverine is not as cool as Lo. I record after I get off work sometimes or when I wake up with fog. Yes, I know. And this week was a terrible week. I've got two challenges I need to respond to, and I'm hoping to film them today. I've got the top 5 deaths in my collection, which so I kind of pulled those off. It's more than 5 books, but I will explain it because I need to look up some stuff. So I don't know which issue the actual death is in. I've got to respond to that because David, Comics and Wrestling, off the back of Cody, where'd you get that? Because Cody did his top 5 DC deaths in his collection, and then David went one step further and just did the top 5 in his collection. When I got tagged, I was trying to think, do I even have 5 deaths in my collection? But yes, I do. And so I will put that video together today, I hope. And then also 22 Comments tagged me in. He did a video kind of picking back off the top 5 keys in the collection. His is just the top 5 covers in your collection, which, and he said he got the inspiration to do that because Phil asked me in the live stream once what my favorite cover was. Completely stopped me in my tracks. I said Superman 79 at the time, Cyborg Superman with the flag on the background. And then the next live stream, I proceeded, spit it out, I know. I proceeded to show a lot of my favorite covers in the collection. So I kind of feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but I'm going to pull out 5 of my favorite covers, or I'm going to pull out the top 5 favorite covers in my collection and re-show them. Fantastic. Recording is hard. Try to make time early in the morning or late at night when everyone is sleeping. When The Bachelor starts again, it gets easier. I'll record when my wife is watching TV. Yeah. My thing is I don't have a permanent setup like Brian LCS. I see that he does a lot of videos like at his desk. Like I have to reset up the camera every time because I move everything out of the way. So, man. Let's see.
You could have a permanent spot.
Well, no, we're working on that. Trev says deaths is a good one. Yeah, so I'm going to put together the top 5 deaths in the collection, which I thought was going to wind up being DC anyways, but I do have a different book to put in there, so a different company. What's left of my hair in my head is confused. It's falling off, but with Mr. Fantastic grain. Top 5 covers is so hard. Have to narrow it down to 8, not including some I've shown. Yeah, and that's the thing is like I kind of recently did it, and so like now I'm like, if I put these 5 out there, and I said that this is in my 5 favorite, am I like being a hypocrite? Did I lie to myself? But I'm going to put that list together. I'm going to put that video together. And of course, that list can change on the daily because it's just how can you limit it to 5? But I will do that because 22 is a fantastic guy and he tagged me and I want to respond to that. Top 5 deaths was hard for me. I was hoping David wouldn't tag me, but since it felt like a true challenge, I actually appreciated it. Hey, right on. Phil, your wife watches The Bachelor. That is fantastic. To quote Fanboy Prime, man alive. Shout out to Gabriel Rodriguez, G-Rod in San Antonio. That is the reason why I do Man Alive. It was addicting. No, it was contagious. He started it and I picked it up.
It was a bromance.
Yeah. Lady Prime is quick to point out that Gabriel Rodriguez is the bromance of my life.
Like when he talks to his friend, I don't exist anymore. Time stops. And I don't matter.
It's okay. Man alive. Going back to that top 5 favorite covers, I'm going to try to make it a family thing because Lady Prime does have her own book. So I asked if she could pick out her 5 favorite covers from her collection. We're going to get Ollie James to pick out the 5 favorite covers in his collection because his collection is mainly cover buys. If you guys saw my recent video, my haul video from yesterday, although I released it this morning, Ollie picked up 3 books, and I know 2 for sure were cover buys from him, and then 1 is a book I picked up for him, another sub 100 Amazing Spider-Man. So I now have 2 in the collection. All right, David's Comics and Wrestling. Right, Phil, same here. Going back to recording at 4 a.m. Might even do a live show on Saturdays, which would be around 7 a.m. Not sure, though. Depends on how tired I am. Well, man alive. So are you trying to do a morning live show before mine? Is that what's going on?
Shots fired!
No. Like, I feel bad for him. That's really, really early. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, now I might have to get you tagged in more stuff. Bottom tier. Yeah, I'm the bottom tier saying, oh, I've never been tagged. And like, what a cry for help that was. And I'm not dissing you, bottom tier. I'm just saying that, like, when you said it, like, I immediately felt guilty. I'm like, here's this guy that I tell all the time is like my favorite wrestling channel. He's one of my friends in the community. We chat all the time on Instagram, and I've never tagged him. I was like, immediately felt guilty. 7 a.m. Eastern time. I mean, hey kids, time zones are fun. Yes, time zones are crazy when I try to figure it out. So David, if you do that, I gotta definitely watch that. I did top 5 covers over a year ago and deleted it to do this new challenge so that I could switch out books. I felt the need. See, but you shouldn't do that. You should have left it on there because it's a changing thing. Like, it's just, it is what it is. That topic, it can't stay the same. Like your top 5 wrestlers, okay, there's like 4 or 3 that will always be on that list, but those last 2 spots kind of flip out. Like, leave that video up. No one can call you out. Like, but I get it. I think like that too. What a cry for help. Yeah, taste change, especially 100% believe it. And I say it all the time. I'll go back and watch something I love with adult eyes now because I'm not the person I was 5 years ago or 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And so, like, this comment still makes me laugh. I did a top 5 a while back, but I intend on doing it again. Agree, it changes. It has to change. It's just it's the way it goes because you appreciate everything, but then you look at this cover and because you didn't include it on your last one, you think, man, like this is so much better than this one. Why would I have picked this? And so it changes. Yes, so many covers. In fact, that's a great title for another series where you just highlight covers that you love. So many covers. I wasn't in my YouTube group with the humor and read off stats about each cover and the patented the patented bottom tier collector 10-minute intro was in it. Cringe. I did like your what video game did you review recently? And you put your 3-minute intro into it, and then someone commented that the 3-minute intro sucked or whatever. And I was like, dude, bottom tier is not going to change it, though. He's going to keep it in. It's not like your favorite wrestler, bottom tier collector. You acquire new books and new books come out. Okay. Spawn any. There you go. The spawn. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was that. So it's not like it because you get new books and new books come out. That's true. That's true. What's up? Oh.
You got? See, my taste clearly changes.
What are you showing off? Who is that? Oh, Mark Wahlberg. I'll never have 3 nipples. I recorded a few haul and top 10 videos. It's back up for context. The analytic videos take more time planning. I need to record late night or early morning. Excuse me. I need to bring a bottle of water here. I just lost my voice. Manny, man, you were killing it. Your sub counts keep jumping up. Is that because of your shorts? I love it, man. Congratulations to you. Like I said, every time you put something out, like I learned something new. I appreciate it. Sorry guys, lost voice.
No, he's crying because
I give all credit to Comic Journey, and you mentioned him too to inspire me to do an annoyingly long intro. I thought she was showing us Fanboy Prime OnlyFans for us. No OnlyFans, no OnlyFans.
If I don't pass this test, I'm like that.
If she, so okay, Lady Prime did comment in the background. If she doesn't pass this test, she's going to do an OnlyFans. She took the test Friday. She did not pass, so we'll be going out of town again, possibly next week. She's got to reschedule the test, but, and I think Manny will appreciate this, giving his teaching background. She went from missing so many on this last test, I mean the first test, to only miss to not missing.
Or I was short.
She was short about 40 questions
14,
the last
14.
14 on your last one?
Yeah.
I thought you had a worse score that.
No.
Anyway, all I know is that she was 11 questions. She had 11 missed questions that kind of separated her from passing. So she has kind of condensed it down. Clearly seen improvement. So we will hopefully get that test done next week again, and she'll have it passed.
That means I have the laptop that much longer.
She'll have the laptop this week again, so Monday stream will be affected. But like I said, we're seeing improvement. She knows, and like she can explain things to me differently with insurance far better than she could a week ago. You know, it's like her knowledge is growing. It's just not where it needs to be. So yeah. A few shorts, folks, stay for good after YouTube tax and bots erasure. I like that tax. Oh, calm down, Neil.
What did you say?
Oh no, just because of what Neil said in previous streams. So, man, I feel like this live stream ended on a train wreck this last minute because like I lost my voice. I mean, it was there, but I just could not get it back. My train of thought just kind of went down the toilet. But my apologies, guys. David says you got this. Trev is giving you the prayer sign. You know. Yeah, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. It gives me an excuse to go back to the comic book store again next week because we're going out of town. So, yeah, David, he's dropping some fire on me.
That's true.
Mark Wahlberg make you thirsty. Well, you know. Hey, what's up, Chop? Good morning, sir. I'm about to end this stream. That way, everybody has 5 minutes to get ready for breakfast with Brian. I appreciate everybody dropping by. Jumping in the chat. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I do apologize. I feel like my game was not on point today, but we did talk about a few things. We pretty much have all come to the conclusion that Free Comic Book Day is overrated. At least that's the feeling I get from you guys. But if you are going to your shop for Free Comic Book Day, enjoy it, have fun. If you're going with your kids or whatever, make sure they have fun too. Sorry, I keep going to get a drink. On that note, yesterday when we went to the comic book store, I was rushed looking for stuff because I knew Ollie wasn't necessarily having fun. So part of my looking was to, hey, look at this cover. And so I encourage this cover buys, and we'll see. But thank you, Trev. I appreciate that. Guys, I will see you at Brian's chat room. I'll see you in his stream. Hope everybody is having a good start to their weekend. And as always, Ollie James will tell you guys goodbye.
Video. Say thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Bye.
Say.
Bye. Say night, guys.